everybody, welcome back. Adam and Gabe here with High Desert Hollow. Coming to you for part 2 of the chestnut series. If you haven't seen the first video, I'll put a link in the video right now. Go back and watch that. It was about cold stratifying chestnut seeds. What we've got here is the seeds that we did cold stratify. Get them back at the 1st of December. We're getting ready to put them out in the bed now. It's the 1st of May. These are sleeping giant chestnuts. Got them from Grant Schultz at New Farm Supply. Read a lot of good about them. Really good chestnut from what I understand. But now what we're ready to do is they're all starting to sprout inside the bag. They're hopefully all of them are trying to sprout. What we're going to do is go through the process of planting them in the tree bed that we put in. This is the same bed that we'll end up putting all of the grafted trees, all the grafted apple trees that we've done in. I've got some of them in now, but we'll put the rest of them in here probably another 2-3 days. Yeah, so all I've got is raised beds, and we'll be planting the chestnut seeds into that and letting them grow out from there. So I'll bring you a little bit closer. And I've got Gabe here helping me, so we'll get these planted and kind of show you what I'm doing when I plant them in the ground and hoping for success. And then stay tuned to the end, because what I'm going to do is I'll give you, I'm going to keep track and kind of keep a statistic of percentage of germination, which ones have germinated, which ones haven't, to kind of get an idea on that when it's all said and done. I'll bring those numbers to you at the end. So yeah, so come a little closer, we'll go from there. What we got here is this is those bags of chestnuts. As you can see, as I pull the chestnuts out, we got to be real kind of careful now, because that's the root coming out of the chestnut, and we want to make sure that we don't break that off. If we break that off, it's not going to be viable at that point. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to carefully work through this bag, looking for, yep, there's another good one. Huh, Gabe?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh? Oh, look at that one.
Yeah.
That's first 3 come out. That's pretty good odds. Kind of break that up a little bit.
One.
You got that one? Oh,
yeah,
careful. Good. Careful with it. Oh, see, this one's no good. See, look at that, Gabe. It's got a little bit of mold on it. If they get moldy like that, they're not gonna grow. So we'll set that one on this side. Is that one good?
Yeah.
Okay, careful. Example of a bad one, you can kind of see that white mold on it. Yeah, and it's soft. You could tell it was never going to be a viable seed. It was going to go away anyways. Awesome, huh? Kind of neat how they know when to start growing, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Be careful with that one. That one's got a big old long root leg on it. I probably could have planted these 2 weeks ago, but the weather was what was concerning me. We're still in southeastern Idaho at High Desert Hollow. That one's good. We still get some pretty cold nights. We got some crazy warm weather right now. We're in our high 70s for the first week of May. And we still got a chance of freezing, but I'm going to end up mulching these beds in. I'll go over that more later in the video. Really thick with straw.
This one's bad.
That one bad? Which will help protect them for this next vital stage of growth and development. All right, so as we talked, you can see the root coming out, or the root starts out. And the way these chestnuts lay, they got a flat side and a round side. And we want to plant it so the flat side's down, because genetically it's trying to put that main taproot out and down, and it goes on the flat side. And so what's going to happen is that taproot's going to come out and down, and then after the root gets established, it's going to send out another shoot that comes up and this way, and that'll be the actual trunk of the tree, or the first initial sprout of the tree coming up out of the ground. And then the seed comes off to the side, and eventually it just goes away. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant these, and you want to plant them about a seed and a half deep, which is, if you look at them, they're about 1 inch thick. So you're looking about 1.5 inches deep. And what we'll do is we're going to plant them about 12 inches apart in this bed. And then I've got 2 other beds here that we'll be able to get them all into, hopefully. So a lot of our soil here at High Desert Hollow, we're kind of in almost a sandy, deserty, well, it's high desert. We're about 5,400 feet elevation, which makes us the high. We don't get very much precipitation, but we have a real sandy dirt here. But we're back here along one of my canal bank, and I've got a whole bunch of cottonwood trees. I mean, so it's kind of an ideal place to start these, because they got a little bit of protection. They're not going to ever get full sun. there, so they're not going to get baked. And they're back here in the trees a little bit, so they're going to have protection from the wind. But what that also the other cottonwood trees have done for me is these have been here for years and years and years and years. They're big, huge, mature trees. They've been putting down a lot of leaf matter and putting organic stuff in the soil to break down. So it's turned it into a mix of a sandy, loamy mix. This is ideal for trying to grow trees out, huh, Gabe? You see all that?
Yeah.
So it's really soft. I can stick my hand way down into there without having any problems. Lots of nutrients, lots of everything. So what we're gonna wanna do, okay, Gabe, what we want, right? Let's say we're gonna start, we're gonna put one over here, but we're gonna start right here. So you need to make a little bit of a hole, Gabe. So make me a hole. Not about twice, just a little bit bigger than the seed.
Like
A little bit more. Right there, just like that. See, now we're going to plant it so that the root goes down. Just like that. And we're just going to cover it back up. Just like that. So, Gabe and I have only got, what do we got, Gabe? How many more sacks do we have?
3 more.
3 more sacks like the one we just emptied out to do. We'll bring you back after we get them all planted with the next step and what we're going to do to help protect them until they sprout and grow. All right, Gabe, what have we done so far?
Plant seeds.
Yeah, we planted the chestnut seeds. We got them all in the ground. There was quite a few, which is good. We got a lot of trees we need to plant around the property. I'm trying to use these as a border around the outer edge of my property and through some other strategic spots, so we wanted a bunch anyways. Let's see, what do we got to do now?
Put straw on the chestnuts.
Yeah, we got to put straw on the beds, huh? Why are we doing it?
To protect them.
To protect them, that's right. Help protect them, keep them warm, and to help keep the moisture in the ground, and to help suppress weeds so weeds don't grow as easy. Yep, just all the way good stuff. So what we've got here is I've got just an old bale of straw that I got from the neighbor. It's kind of rotted a little bit, which is fine, doesn't make any difference to me. What we're doing is we're just going to spread it over the whole bed, and the chestnuts will actually grow up right through it. It won't be spread too thick, but what it's going to do is help keep the beds warm, help keep them the moisture in them so they don't dry out as quick. Just overall good just to do a deep mulch over the top of them. So Gabe and I is going to go through, and what we're going to do, Gabe and I is going to go through and mulch it. You want to kind of show them how we do it, Gabe? Kind of like that. Remember how we did it? We just kind of scattered across the top.
Yeah.
Just like that, right?
Yeah.
We're just breaking it up. We don't want big clumps or anything like that. We're just going to break it up over the top of them. Kind of like that. You need some more? Here's some more. Hey guys, it's going to be kind of like that. We've got a lot more to mulch. We got 2 more whole beds to mulch. We'll go through and get that done, then we'll bring you back for a wrap up and kind of give you the numbers of what we kind of got figured out for our germination rate and go from there. All right, everybody, so Gabe and I got all the chestnuts planted. We've got the beds all mulched in. We're just getting ready to turn the water on them now. It should be good to go. If you're curious about how I built these contour-based beds, you can refer to my berry patch series. I did it the exact same way. They're just on contour, they're raised up hills, and we planted into that. So I'll put a link in the video right now about going to the playlist for the berry patch that we did last year. And I'm going to be doing an update on that video anyways here soon to show you the success of what we've got and some of the failures we had too. A couple things didn't like it where we put them, so we're going to have to redo a couple things. But anyways, our success rate on the germination, how many good seeds did we have, Gabe?
158.
158 good ones. And how many bad ones?
24.
24 bad ones. So that was an 85% germination rate. Now I'm not sure if all those are going to take, if we're going to get trees off all of those, but that's a really good start. I'm probably not going to need that many trees when it's all said and done, but I'd like to have a little buffer room, a little extra, just in case something doesn't work out. So that's kind of what the process I went through to get this bed started and what we are doing to help save some money on the homestead, because I can't afford to buy this many trees. So we're just putting a little bit of time, effort into it so we can grow our own. So guys, if you're liking the videos and liking the stuff that we're putting out, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, recommend it to friends. I really appreciate it. If it helps us out a bunch. If you need an easy way to tell people how to find the channel, you can just tell them to go to highdeserthollow.com, and that links directly to the YouTube page. But anyways, we're just here trying to live a more self-reliant lifestyle and promote modern homesteading. Adam with High Desert Hollow signing out. Okay, do you have anything else you want to say? What?
Bye.
See you later, guys. Good job. Where's it at? They're all gone. I'm going to check to make sure this is going to work. So I'm standing here. We're looking at the camera. Why don't you go get your brother? We'll make Riker help us do this part. Planted. We had 158 good ones. Hold on, let me look at my notes. How many bad? Okay. Alright, let's start over. Ready? Should we start over? Okay, so I'm going to ask you how many good ones and how many bad ones. Okay, so that's 158 and 24. But anyways, we're just here at High Desert Hollow trying to promote modern homesteading.